Hey everybody, Bobby, hi. Um, got some updates for you. First we got TC, who's happy to be home. Um, just took his cone off. Let him get some time without it. I'll keep an eye on him, make sure he's not messing with his incision. But he's eating like a horse, and everything seems to be back to normal. As you can see, he's a happy boy. Right, baby? Right, baby boy? TC, oh no, get him. Get him. Well, we got something more important to talk about. If you watched that video yesterday that I did, or this morning, that was actually yesterday afternoon that was taken. Where are you going, baby girl? And you notice Buggy jumped down. This is the one that I was sitting, had the camera on the floor in the bedroom, and I had Pony, Sapphire, and their shirts on. Nugget was in it. You couldn't see Rue, but anyway, Buggy came hopping down to me. I don't know if you noticed it in the video or not, but she looked really awkward in her walk, more so than normal. That kind of alerted me it was a red flag. Upon further notice, she seemed to be in pain. So since I had to pick TC up this morning anyway, I took her in, and yeah, that splint is on her leg that just got surgery done. The surgery held, that's not a problem. The bone is still fused. But what my dumbass didn't take into consideration when planning or not planning for the second surgery, and I kicked it back and forth, and part of me actually was kind of like just putting it off, you know, procrastinating, thinking, well, maybe I don't have to put her under the knife again. What I didn't take into consideration is that the adjustment of her leg to be moved straight the way it was twisted the bones in her wrist, and somehow also it seems to have made the weak foot even less sturdy. In doing so, it put additional strain on the ligaments in the wrist. And I don't have my phone. I can't remember the name of the ligament, but it's the short something. I'll attach the picture with this video. The ligament is broken. She tore a ligament. The only way to fix it is surgery. I know myself through this, you know, from having my rotator done. Time is of the essence when you're dealing with ligaments. So we're going back in tomorrow to have surgery on her right foot to hopefully reattach that ligament. She's so tiny, there's some very big concerns about this. Sorry, sweet, I didn't mean to scare you. If he can't get the ligament to be attached with a screw, because there's already, a bunch of screws and plate down there anyway near that area. If he can't attach it with the smallest screw he has, he's going to have to fuse the bones together, which is going to create even more problems walking. This also creates issues because now there's no question. She's got to get the other leg done, but he won't know until he opens her up tomorrow as to whether or not he feels he can actually get the ligament reattached, or we're going to have to fuse the bone. If he has to fuse the bone or the wrist to where nothing can really move, he's not going to perform it tomorrow. We're going to put her back together, and the surgery will go weeks down the road after she's in this splint for a very long time, which then brings up the next set of options. In the meantime, while she's in the splint and she has some strength and structure, because she's moving around really well on this splint, and I don't know, this is something that may have taken like over the last week or so, because I've noticed a decline in her physical activity, and I just thought it was weather change, cold, whatever. Shame on me. But anyway, so the options are to, wait. If we can make the surgery work tomorrow, we make surgery work tomorrow. If we can't make the surgery work and he has to fuse it, he wants to put her back in the splint to strengthen everything around it as much as possible prior to having the surgery, so that everything is in the right direction prior to. Either way, that brings up the next set of questions. This other leg, it's absolutely has to be done, and it's going to have to be done in the near future. So do we do that? Do we let this heal up completely first, whichever direction we go, or do we actually go in while she's got structure and support from the splint and do that one, which would mean that she'd be in 2 splints at one time? Either way, it's not fun for her. It sucks. This just really just blows. She's been through so much already. But anyway, so prayers for Buggy. She's going to be going under tomorrow and having at least one surgery to some extent. and then within the next few weeks, most likely having another surgery, couple weeks even, who knows, to try to get this done. I may have to push Daisy's ophthalmology surgery, her cataract surgery off, because this is unfortunately very pressing at this point. And the future's untold. I don't know what the solution is going to, I don't know how well she's going to be after all this. I just know that it's all we can do, you know? She's still beautiful, she's still loving, she's still caring, and like I said, now that she has a splint on, she's walking around like a totally different dog. Like, she's walking around, like she wants to be up and moving. So that's a really good thing. Good. Yeah, so it's definitely, the splint's taking pressure off the legs, so, you know, this is giving me thoughts for down the road, God forbid the surgeries don't work or whatever, of some kind of, you know, casting system, or God forbid wheels or prosthetics or who knows what
or
down
brace.
the road. Or brace, yeah, have her walking in braces. Look like a little Forrest Gump running around with braces on her front legs. So anyway, that's what's going on. Prayers for Buggy. Tomorrow morning I take her in for surgery. Unexpected and emergency. Poor girl. Smile. Big smile. Big smile. Big smile. Show them your free teethers. Teethers. I'm sorry, baby. I know, Daddy's rude. Daddy's
I know.
rude.
You say I
know. Daddy's rude. He messes with your personal bubble. I love you, baby girl.
I just wanted to show her teeth. I could just get it in her face and try to give her a kiss.
I don't want to upset her. She's had a rough enough morning. She was terrified in the office. She wouldn't stop shaking. She was like almost convulsing. She was shaking so much in there. Pretty girl.